my scrappy friends, so I have a new layout for you today. And in this layout, I am going to be doing a little bit of mixed media. So I am taking some gesso and I am mixing it with some Lindy Stamp Gang and Plumeria Pink. And this is the Flat Fabio collection. So it doesn't have any shimmer to it, so it just adds a slight pink to the gesso. And this is something that I have started to do just a little bit. And I really like the way that it works when you add either watercolor or a little bit of your mists to, not that I have that many, but to the gesso, and it just lightly colors the gesso, and it really just makes it kind of fun. So I'm using three different color pink gelatos, and I'm using metallic melon, bubblegum, and guava. And the guava, once you add water to it, you almost can't even see it. It's just super light. And I'm using this big brush that has really, really like thick bristles. And I believe it's synthetic. I don't think it's like any kind of hair. I just bought a pack of cheapo ones. And I use water for all of those just to activate them. And I like the big brush look because it gives, you can see this, you can see, the stroke marks in it. And I really like the way that that looks. So I'm going to be using this sketch as my inspiration. And this sketch is from Paper Issues. So if you go to paperissues.com, you can find a menu and it'll show blog. It's a store. They have a store, and they also put out sketches like once a month or so. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use one of these Maggie Holmes rub-ons from Open Book, and I'm actually going to cut it in half. And I will right now just apologize that it is a little blurry for part of this video. I think because I showed the sketch up close, it focused up close and then it didn't refocus all the way, or like the autofocus, and I didn't realize that. So I'm really, really sorry, but you can kind of see the outline of what I did. And I haven't done a whole lot to this yet. So I do apologize for that. So here I'm just rubbing this on, and I'm going to leave that open space because I know I'm going to put my picture there. Because in the layout or in the sketch, that's kind of where the picture is. And I wanted to use this because I still want to see that gelato that I used. I really liked that, and I wanted this to be more of an airy and light layout, and with the sketch, it could very well get bogged down by the heaviness of lots of paper. So I thought that using this would add that line there without adding a lot of bulk to it. So I've been trying to, have a little bit more of these open layouts because they're so pretty, but find a way to kind of make it me. And sometimes with sketches, if you think outside of the box, you can really do that. I mean, it's harder because you have to know your style, and I find that with sketches, if you don't know your style, you can easily make a layout not look like your own. So I also use a few of these gold flowers just to kind of add a little bit of an interest in behind. So I'm going to do that. And I know, yeah, and I like to use the end of my pen or like my I want to say my bead stick thing, the one that I use for brads, the end of it. I just like the way that this rubs on a little better. Now these rub-ons rub on pretty well, but I think some of them don't, so or aren't as nice. So, and the color on this, and I'm not sure exactly why it's a lighter color. I don't know if it's because it didn't focus that well, or maybe I forgot to put on one of my lights or what. I'm not sure what's up with that. So, I know my husband, thank you, honey, if he watches this. Sometimes he watches my videos. He fixed my doohickey that has my camera all hook up because it was moving a lot just from me putting my iPad on and off. So if you guys are interested in doing videos at all and you do get one of those gooseneck things, make sure that you get one that's sturdy because I just spent like 16 bucks on mine, and after like a month or whatever, it's, you know, you can tell that it's a cheapo one. So this also has a double layer. And I keep looking back at my sketch just so you guys know. But I didn't want it to fill up the page because I wanted to keep that watercolor, the gelato color, and I want it to be pretty light. So I picked that Notes and Things paper that it's from Crate Paper, and it's called Journal, because I really like the triangles and I like how light it is, and the colors really go well with what I'm trying to achieve. So, and then I use that other paper. I think that's Gossamer Blue on my desk. I'm not sure what actual paper it is, but I really like the dark color of that. So the lines kind of mimic the lines that I used with the paintbrush, just in a different direction. So I'm going to add my tape, and my gun was giving me a hard time today. I think this roll must be an older roll. Sometimes with the tape, if the rolls sit around too long, I find that the stickiness, it gets caught up. So it doesn't happen every single time, but sometimes it does, and that makes it a little not as fun. And I also will say that part of this video kind of gets cut off. Um, so the next time you do, in a minute, you're going to see it jump to a different day. And I do use this doily, which came in the kit, and I'm using the Scraptastic kit for both November and October, so I don't remember all of them. Now, and I use mostly Maggie Holmes type stuff. So I use and here I'm just putting everything down. I had already had it on there, and so now I'm just gonna glue everything down. And for the vellum, I use Glossy Accents. I find that with the vellum and stuff, it works pretty good. The only thing is sometimes it warps that Maggie Holmes vellum. I've not noticed it on every single piece of vellum, but you can't really see it too much behind it, which I don't mind. And because I don't have a huge scrapbooking budget, I'm not going to go out right now and buy vellum adhesive. Maybe one day I will invest in it, but right now I have like tons of bottles of Glossy Accent, and I find that that works pretty good. So I'm going to use this hemp for the tags, and both of those are from the Maggie Holmes ephemera pieces. So I really liked those, and on the sketch there are some side things, so I didn't place them in the same spots. I did differ a little bit. But for the most part, I kind of stuck with the general idea of this. And this is a shorter video, I will say. It didn't take me quite as long to do. And some of it was because some of it got cut off. So, but for a minute, I want to talk about the photo because this photo was taken of me and my mom at my brother and sister-in-law's wedding in August, the beginning of August. So I do want to give a shout out to the photographer who did this because this is a professional photographer and the picture is also professional. So I want to give her like full credit, and she was an amazing photographer. So if any of you listeners live in the San Francisco Bay Area, her website is wendellhill.com, and it's Wendell Hill Photography. And I'll make sure I put a link to her too. But she was amazing. She did really fun shots of all of us, and she got a ton of great shots. Like the pictures that my sister and brother sent me that she did are amazing. So, I mean, she got tons of pictures of me, which I mean, you don't pay attention to how many pictures when you're in the wedding that they take of you, but she did a great job. So, I love this picture of me and my mom. I'm helping my mom finish up getting ready before I get ready, and so it was just a nice picture of me and my mom together. We don't have too many pictures, especially now that I'm older and we don't live together, so it was really nice to be able to see her for the wedding. And I'm going to use these Stampin' Up! Sequins. Those are the in colors, and I really like those. And I just used the stars. I picked out the light blue, because there's blue in there. There's like a teal color. I pick out the light pink and the dark pink. And I try to put the dark pink up near the top where the darker colors are and the lighter colors down near the bottom. And I kind of do it random. And what I like to do is put the dot on the paper and then put my sequin on the dot of glue. That's what I like to do. So here I'm going to do a smidge bit of journaling in my hand. Not too much. I just pretty much say it was nice to spend time with my family, even though that's probably pretty apparent. I kind of just like this picture to say what, like, take it as it is. It's not really much of a picture that I think it needs much journaling on it. And I like the I treasure you and the memories documented as part of my journaling. So, and then I'm gonna just use some Lindy Stamp Gang, and I use some Heidi Swap Color Shine in the black velvet just to finish it off. And then that's gonna be it. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye for now.